Check out the Discord or the YouTube community tab to get updates on upcoming videos or just talk with the community or myself, as well as find several artists and graphic designers should you need a commission. If you would like to help support this channel or the Chromatic Chronicles, then please check out my Patreon. Starting tier is $1 a month, and you can just go up the tiers to get better perks. Search VsBeepieVerse on both YouTube and Twitter. Check out the Friday Night Funkin' mod a friend of mine's working on. All links will be down in the description below. Without further ado, let's get started with the video. What? Cartoon tune! What the hell kind of ammo is he using that's diamond-shaped, blue, and glowing? Anyone would think he is actually shooting his diamonds.
We're gonna crash!
The one time Ben's blind the driver technique actually works.
Isn't there a villain left out there who can give me a challenge?
Oh, Ben. Oh my god, Ben.
And I know you're gonna like Ben and Gwen. They're a lot of fun.
Bet you $100 they're fighting again.
Give me it! You're wasting time!
Yippee, I'm rich.
Number 10.
I want it! Give me the phone!
They're fighting over tickets to a sci-fi movie, by the way. Now, does that sound like something Gwen would be interested in? No, it does not.
Where are my manners? Hi, Cooper, I'm Gwen.
If someone wants to be or is your friend because you have something they want, they are terrible people. Oh no, stranger danger! It's a triad of diddlers from the back of Denny's.
Oh? And what do you call this?
Gwen, we're not all as selfish as you are.
Remember Camp Fear? You know, alien mushrooms, tentacle monsters going after children, and Wildvine's debut. Thank the Celestial Sapiens, these two grow out of this by the time they reach Alien Force.
My grandpa was a plumber too, remember? Max told him all about you guys, and the Omnitrix, and the spellbook, and everything.
Glad to know all those years of lying to your family about your plumber business were completely worthless. Blah blah blah, magic. Blah blah blah, plumber gear. Blah blah blah, where was it? Blah 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 blah.
How'd you do that?
I said I was pretty good with mechanical stuff.
You know, it doesn't take mechanical skills to figure out how to make a forklift drive into someone. All it takes is turning the ignition key and putting a paint can on the gas.
But then we pull off the heist of the century and don't even have a gold tooth to show for it.
I mean, you made the conscious choice not to take any of the gold bullion with you. But if the Forever King told you to deliberately leave the gold behind, that's a pretty huge flaw in his plan. He knows the Tennysons are on his trail, and he's given up a wee bit too much information about his true intentions.
I find your lack of faith disturbing, Mr. Breath.
Okay, no, referencing Star Wars, specifically Darth Vader, does not make that better.
Who's driving?
Autopilot. Cooper rigged it up.
You know, I'm pretty sure the Mask episode had an autopilot. Double Sin Counter reminded me of that crappy episode. Cause yeah, ending it with the fact that the sword was a dud, meaning Max's sudden change in demeanor was worthless, just really rubbed me the wrong way. Cause, in case any of you need reminding, his wife Verdona, yeah, she's an Anodite, and she makes Ascalon look like a butter knife.
Please tell me that you didn't forget the super duper brakes to go with the super duper turbo?
Okay, even if you forgot the brakes, how about just turn off the fucking turbo?
That's Clancy!
The bug guy? I thought he was gone for good.
Not sure why Clancy suddenly has beef with the Tennysons. Heck, I don't even know if he's still a sapient creature. But do you think he and Animo met in the video game storyline?
You saved my life.
Hey, what are friends for?
You know, Shigaraki was right.
Hello, Ben. You're overdue for a visit from Dr. Animo.
Oh, fan-fucking-tastic, the fruitcake's here. And when we could have had a cat fight in Ben 10. But no, we can't have nice things. Just give us Animal for the 40th time.
An invisible force spell? That's all? You've had my spellbook all this time and you still haven't taken off the training wheels?
Well, I'm sorry, not all of us could be privileged enough to be born in a dimension made of magic. Nor could we have a magically experienced family that has knowledge in this stuff. Oh, and I think you mean force field. Hey, how's my back now, bitch? Call this one the flying bumper.
You want this so bad? Go get it!
I guess Cooper's still new to all this, because he just straight up forgot that everyone here can fly. And one of them is just over the building's edge.
The Plumbers helped capture an alien convict. As a show of gratitude, his race gave us a sample of what they called sub-energy, a subatomic power source so powerful that it made our own nuclear plants look like wind-up toys by comparison.
Well, that seems wholly irresponsible. It's like some adult giving a child an Uzi for mowing their lawn. Also, isn't that illegal? They're giving a high-level energy source to a low-level planet.
Since we took out Enoch, maybe he's their new leader.
Or maybe Enoch was never really in charge.
So here's a hot take. The Forever Knights suck. And you'd think an Illuminati-type organization that smuggles and steals alien tech would be interesting. But they quickly devolve into being just default villain faction number 10. And maybe it's just me, but even during the Dagon arc, which is one of my favorite arcs, they just seem so unimportant. And, you know, they murdered a bunch of innocent people for literally no reason. Well, that was anticlimactic. You know, it's funny that Leisure Domain doesn't have any magic spells that involve turning off energy. Like Dark Souls' Vow of Silence. Or that thing Star Butterfly did that ended up killing a lot of people. Remind me again why Driscoll hired these guys? Like, Charmcaster I totally get, but like, this feels like a WoW raid where there's just a bunch of people who are just here because they were friends with one guy.
Let's do this. Leroy Dragons!
Forearms punches into the ground and apparently releases God.
Benefit. Eventually, he was caught and thrown out of the Plumbers in disgrace. As far as anyone knew, he was never heard from again.
Oh, come on. Even the KND has the wherewithal to decommission their agents before letting them go.
If I concentrate real hard, I can sort of see inside machines and junk like that.
I don't think Cooper's powers are ever explained, and I know people have a problem with the whole Anodite versus magic thing, but again, the show is about aliens. Why wouldn't it somehow tie back to aliens? Heck, people from Leisure Domain are technically aliens. But, back on track. It is my personal belief that Cooper is either descended from, or the result of a Tekadon weapon master. Sorta like how the Predators were trying to find new DNA to reincorporate into themselves.
But the material in that container is 20 times more powerful than the sun. Mishandle it, and you've got an explosion big enough to blow a continent off the face of the Earth.
Oh, what an incredible joke. If something is 20 times more powerful than the sun, it'll do a lot more than blow a continent off the Earth. There won't even be an Earth.
Call off that buck-toothed varmint, or you're gonna be the one who needs a doctor.
I am loving every single second of Max Tennyson choking out Dr. Animo. But that prairie dog and its obvious Scooby-Doo sound effect is very fucking distracting.
Subliminal must have gotten to Cooper during the fight outside.
Come to think of it, where is Discount Hypno's lullaby? Like, yeah, he wasn't really gonna do anything, but it's strange he just vanished. Ah yes, the Kid Cubby. The only place to put a knocked out superpowered child. Goblet of Fire did it better.
And just because you have a little hocus pocus, don't think you can take me on, child.
Well, that child is more or less the princess of an alternate dimension. She has access to magic, which can basically let her do whatever she wants. And she's pretty much immortal. I think she's got all of you beat by a long shot. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this ending. Like, I get it, gourmands are the go-to thing to deal with hazardous material, but how much cooler would this have been if it was way big? Like, he just fights the Forever King with his current strongest alien and just chucks